I love the beach. I love everything about the beach. I love the water, I love the smell, I love the sand, and I especially love the seashells. So in my studio, where I do my designing, I love to have elements around me that inspire me and bring that beach back into my office space. So on a recent trip, I picked up this ancient old conch shell that I think is exquisite in its form and its coloration. But I particularly love these beautiful red corals that I found. They're slick, they're elegant, they have different colorations of coral red, and they're almost like tiny sculptures. I really love them. So I thought about maybe putting them into a frame when I got home, but I thought, well, actually, I would love to find a graphic that reminds me of my beach trip. So I found this great classic botanical on the Artisan site. It had the red coral, it had the classical styling that I love, because I also collect botanical prints, and I just love the style in general. So the next question was, what is the perfect frame for this new print that I found? And I decided on the Calais collection. And I love the Calais collection because it has nice undulations of forms which repeat the styling of the coral and of the shells that I love so much. So when I was designing Calais, I was very much inspired by classical ornamentation. Now, classical ornamentation has its roots in the architecture of Greece and Rome, and those elements were then rediscovered by the Europeans in the 19th century. We call that the neoclassical era. In my design space, I have these great panels of classical ornamentations that I could pick from. So I could actually look at the small, tiny ones for great, tiny detail motifs. Some of the larger pieces, this actually became this particular item. And I was able to select those pieces that would then replicate the wonderful classical elements from our design heritage. So Calais is classic design, and classic design never goes out of style. It's traditional, it's elegant, but it's equally at home in a modern home as well. And it can move from room to room and home to home for years to come. It's truly a timeless and classic design. So if you're framing that special beach memory or vacation memory or maybe even a family photo, Calais can be just the right choice. It was for me.